Do you get vegetarians or vegans that approach you and then they're coming to you, maybe with diet problems, and then obviously they're looking to lose weight and get into some sort of routine? And do you push, hey, I think maybe you should be not, I don't know how I word that.
Yeah, I do. I'm not going to call it a names, but I think that some of my most unhealthy clients are my vegetarians and vegans. They just suffer from so many different issues.
Can they get proper nutrition on those diets?
I don't believe so, right? And I listen to a lot of people in this field, and everyone, right? Everyone they've tried it. A lot of people have tried a vegan or vegetarian diet. And because that was the way that everything was getting pushed, right? This is the healthy way, blah, blah, blah. And then they realized they started having all these health complications. And that's when they came back over to meat. And now that's what everyone's saying to go with. But I don't think that you can get the right amount of aminos, the right amount of micronutrients into their systems without eating some kind of meat.
Is there any way to supplement that without eating meat?
I would say beef flavored pills. Yep. And some are open to it, some aren't. And I'm like, at that point, I don't know that our values necessarily align, and so it's hard for me to give them the right recommendations because they're probably low on protein, super high on carbs, blood sugar levels all over the place, and now their adrenals are all messed up.
I went to Copenhagen, I don't know, 2-3 years, at least 3 years ago. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try vegan for 5 days. I lasted 2. The problem I found right away is my energy levels crashed. And I would get a lot of these like blood sugar, spikes throughout the day the food I was eating there. And again, these places like Copenhagen and Nijharn, you have the options, but it never really answered that hunger pain. And I got to eat, I probably eat meat twice a day, like a chicken breast here, a steak there, and even fish and whatnot. But I've never understood, if you're not doing this, even a carnivore diet or just a healthy, well-balanced diet without this type of protein, how can you stay healthy? I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I don't either. After Game Changers came out, right, years ago, I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. So yeah. I think I tried to be a vegetarian for about 3 weeks. And I don't know if this was just a coincidence or what, but I got the worst injury of my life at my 3-week mark. And after that, I said, this isn't for me. And I went back to eating meat, and I've basically been injury-free ever since. Weird coincidence or not, I was like, I felt the same. Mm-hmm. Low energy, and if someone wants to take a couple days and go veggie, fine, do it. But make sure that you're getting in enough protein with, your tempeh or whatever, your eggs, if you're eating eggs. And then the other days, you're also getting enough protein, because that's the number one thing I see is in your typical American diet, people aren't hitting their protein goals. Not even the number one question I get asked by my clients is they're like, Coach, I'm not even coming close to the macro goal that you just prescribed me. How do I get 150 grams a day?
Yeah, it's let's be honest, it's very
hard.
difficult.